Welcome back to Campus Connections. We've ventured into the kitchen, and today we're making barbecue ranch chicken dip for your big game party. First thing you need to do is cook some chicken, just 3 little small strips. Once it's cooked all the way through, we're just going to set that aside and let it cool off. And we'll cut that up later. Now we're going to move on to prepping our vegetables. We've got 1 red pepper. You're just going to gut that pepper, and we're going to cut it up into little pieces. They're going to go right on top of your dip. Now, if you're not a fan of red pepper, that's okay. You can choose other vegetables. Green pepper is also suggested. If you like something a little bit spicier, maybe go for some yellow peppers, banana peppers, whatever you like. And that's just going to go right on top of our dip when we're finished. Cut it into small little pieces. Make sure you always wash your vegetables before you start prepping as well. And you don't have to use the whole pepper if you don't want to. It's really up to you how much vegetables you like. The smaller the pieces, the more you're going to get. In the end, you're going to be eating this dip on tortilla chips or crackers. It's good with lots of things, so the smaller the pieces, the more you're going to get on your chip. Chop those up finely. Other vegetables that we're going to add later are green onions. You can also choose to add regular onion, white onion or red onion, and you can add those with this pepper. Now, I'm going to set that aside for now and get to my chicken. Make sure you always use a separate cutting board for chicken. Even if it's cooked, it's just a safe way to make sure everything stays sterile and nice. Cut the chicken into little small pieces, kind of shred it up a little bit. Like I said, you're not going to want a big piece of chicken because that's not going to be able to be scooped up with your chips. This is also going to go right on the top of your dip. Some other suggestions for me, if you're not a big chicken eater for this one, pulled pork, always nice for a dip. Also, you could use beef, ground pork. Pretty much anything's good with this. And you could even do vegetarian if you wanted to. Substitute cheese for meat in this dish. This is a good combination of lots of different foods that people like to eat during the games. You know, you got your buffalo wings, you've got your chips and dip. It's a good combo. We're college students, so we can't afford to have everything. Making a dish like this puts it all into one, and that's just what we're looking for. Now we're going to start off with actually assembling the dish. 9-inch pie plate is what you need. You're going to take 8 ounces of cream cheese. This recipe calls for the 1/3 reduced fat cream cheese. I like to use it, but if you prefer the original, that's fine too. And what you're going to do is just put that right in the bottom of your pie plate and spread it out all over the bottom. Now, sometimes cream cheese, when you keep it in the fridge, if you pull it right out, it's going to be too hard to do this, so pull it out a few minutes before you're going to do the dish. That way it's nice and soft and easy to spread. Some people like to also add half a cup of sour cream to this. Gives it a tangier taste, but I prefer just the cream cheese. Once you have that all spread out, you're going to add your sauce. Now, whatever you like on your chicken wings, that's the sauce you should use. I'm using a mild barbecue sauce, kind of smoky taste to it. A lot of people like to make this with buffalo sauce or hot sauce. I like the barbecue sauce the best. And just spread that out right on top of the cream cheese. I'm using 1/4 of a cup, but you can add more depending on what your tastes are for barbecue sauce, I guess. And then after you have that in there, you're just going to scrape your chicken right on top. Spread that out. And that's the base of the dish. This is going to go in the microwave for 2 minutes. It's going to soften everything up. Everything's going to kind of mix together a little bit more in there. So we're going to put that in now. And that's for 2 minutes on full power. While we're doing that, we are going to cut up our green onions. We're going to use the same board as the pepper. Vegetables, that's okay to mix. As long as you're not using the same board as your chicken, it's fine. So make sure you wash these off first too. And we're just going to finely chop these green onions. Chop off the ends. Now, like I said before, if you don't like the green onion taste, even though it just adds a little bit of texture and color, that's fine. You can use whatever vegetables you want in here. Also, if you have a can of corn, you can add that as well. Just strain that corn and add it right on top. And the great thing about this dish is you don't have to put it in the oven. That microwave cooking is the only thing that you need to do. I'm going to cut up a few more peppers. Looks like we've got a few more onions than we do peppers. Make sure we get all those clumps of seeds out of there. I'm going to be serving this with tortilla chips. You can opt to make your own tortilla chips if you want to. Sometimes it's cheaper if you can find corn tortillas for cheaper than a bag of chips. All you have to do is cut them up and put them in the oven for a few minutes. They'll harden right up and they'll be chips instead of tortillas. Sometimes that's a cheaper option than actually buying the bag of chips. Now, once the sauce is out of the microwave, we're just going to add all of this right in. We'll get rid of the scraps over here. This is just going to go right on top. The last thing that you're going to need after that is ranch sauce. It wouldn't be barbecue ranch if there was no ranch. Oh, the microwave's done. It smells pretty good. So we'll just add our vegetables right on top. Make sure we get all that green onion. I'm a big fan of green onion. And then we'll take our ranch and drizzle as much on as you want. If you're a big ranch eater, go for it. If you're not, you don't even have to use it. Just drizzle that on how you want. Now you can serve it just like this. Kind of looks pretty with all the colors. Or you can mix it up and get everything all combined. And then all that's left to do is dig in. And it's the perfect dish if you're just sitting around watching some football. Perfect, and that's it. Let's recap today's recipe. Barbecue ranch chicken dip. The ingredients you'll need are 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/3 less fat, softened, 1/4 cup of barbecue sauce or buffalo sauce, 6 ounces of grilled chopped chicken, 2 tablespoons of light ranch dressing, a chopped red bell pepper, sliced green onions, and other vegetables of your choosing. The first thing you want to do is cook your chicken and chop it up. Then you will cover your 9-inch pie plate with the cream cheese. Spread your sauce over the cheese and top with the chicken. Put that in the microwave for 2 minutes or until heated through, and then top with the vegetables. Serve with tortilla chips or crackers. Campus Connections will be back in 90 seconds.